Architecture from USC, Behnaz is revolutionizing the way we think about the relationship between the human body and the spaces around us through her use of computational systems. Her work isn't just visually striking, but it also addresses important issues, such as feminism, emotion, perception, and social interaction. Her unique blend of architecture, technology, and art is truly remarkable. As an assistant professor at the Department of Design at CSU Long Beach, Behnaz is not only leading the way in her field, but also mentoring and inspiring the next generation of creatives and designers. She is the first recipient to receive this inaugural award, and we are honored to have her here tonight. Take a look.
Behnaz is the ideal candidate for this award because her practice brings together architecture, interactive media, and fashion in completely new ways. In her work, Behnaz is looking at the concept of emotive matter and then creating new materials that would have these emotive capacities. She is very hands-on building the actual materials that she works with.
Behnaz is really fascinated with thinking about architecture and design that can engage and interact with humans. She's looking at taking inanimate environmental objects, things that typically we think of as passive parts of the environment, things like buildings or walls or even clothing, and actually beginning to embed intelligence. The breathing wall has a series of bending active structures behind it that are then triggered by Connect sensors. As somebody walks across the wall reconfigures in specific moments that are triggered by the human movement and actually change the way somebody might engage with space.
The Iridescence project takes the movement of the hummingbird and the way it flutters its wings and responds to the look of others and facial expression as well as emotion detection by fluttering.
One of the things that stands out to me about Behnaz's work is the role of empathy. Caress of the Gaze, for example, is a real critical manifesto on the role of women and men and the way men's eyes tend to wander.
So it's like a little poncho, but it has like this fur, and the camera's here. So if you're looking at my breasts, it raises up. Don't look here. And if you're friendly and you're looking maybe at my face, it lays down and it's calm.
Behnaz is having a significant impact. As a female designer and a female technologist, she's really changing the perception of what technology is and what it can do, but also who it can be authored by and what it can speak about, and that representation really does matter.
Behnaz, please come on up to the stage.
Well, I'm truly honored. Thank you very much. I'm truly honored to be given the NextGen Award. Thank you. I have a little story to tell. Each of us is born somewhere in the world that we don't choose. I was born and raised in Iran with a repressive government where women are subject to many behavioral assumptions. They're forced to wear hijab and have limited autonomy in terms of their personal lives. One day back in Tehran, I had a big dream. I wrote down my dream on a piece of paper and I stuck it to the fridge. The note says, "Mom, Dad, I'm going to California." This is back in 2010. Although I had no idea what was waiting at that point, I was determined to make a change in my life, to set myself free, and to follow my dream. After a year of hard work, I found myself flying to California to study at USC, where I started to realize my dream. I had no idea that someone female would be able to work with the new tools and technologies which are now part of my everyday life. Even holding a drill in my hand would be considered as a male activity in my country, let alone working with larger-scale industrial robotic arm. I have to say I found myself during my time at USC, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm truly delighted to have my work being recognized by the very institution which I started to explore ideas about the future of design and technology across the scales from architecture to fashion. And during this journey, I was very fortunate to have amazing mentorships by individuals such as Alvin Wang, Scott Mitchell, and many others, as well as continuing my PhD research in the School of Cinematic Arts with Holly Willis. I also want to thank many people that I met at USC that they become my supporters and collaborators, including Julian Chipek. Without their help, this was not possible. Today is a very special day. It's an Iranian New Year. Happy Nowruz. So I would like to talk a little more about Iran, especially as we see the repressions of women's identity as a form of patriarchal dominance over women, which has led to a widespread protest all over the country under the slogan of Woman, Life, Freedom. So I would love to dedicate my award to the brave women of Iran who are seeking freedom. And I really hope that this award inspired the next generations of free-thinking, freedom-seeking designers of the future. Thank you very much.